Oh
this
yeah, sorry.
this
Go on.
is what we have put in so far
Hmm.
for this
Hmm.
£1,250 place.
Hmm.
Um, we think that 550 is realistically achievable.
If you made it a
Um,
bit nicer and stuff.
yeah, so we had that as our mark.
Hmm.
Changed the profit to get to 550.
Hmm.
The Bills weren't really sure on. Do you think there's anything in there that's
Jumping.
That looks pretty much fair to me. Cleaner's going to be probably around 200. If would that be like a weekly clean?
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, you might get away with doing it bi-weekly. Maybe you could reduce it a little bit, but
Okay.
yeah, it's there or thereabouts. It's a 5 bed, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, typically for £100 per room is pretty standard. Maybe a bit less in the summer, but yeah, I'd say that's about right.
Okay. Cool. So uh, what that sort of means then is on this side we've kind of put together a little bit of what we think things will cost,
Hmm.
and we started by looking at IKEA, and then we were
Yeah,
like,
quickly. No.
Yeah,
let's
charity shop.
let
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace, see what we can pick up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Liquor can do a lot.
yeah, yeah. Facebook
Uh,
Marketplace is great.
Yeah, yeah.
You
So we
get some
kind of had
bargains.
a rejig of the numbers,
Yeah.
and maybe you can, and then we also forgot like, oh, like a washing machine, like a
Yeah.
fridge. Like you don't
Yeah.
get that in this workplace,
No,
but
yeah, those things always pop up. If the landlord hasn't got them in there, then that's something you'd have to provide as well. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, that was a
So we could find bits like that on Facebook Marketplace, but we were sort of tossing up the question of, is it worth it to get something like that in the kitchen secondhand, or better off to just get it
We,
new?
with the
yeah,
warranty and stuff.
yeah, we go with the new with the warranty. I can't remember the name of the company that we use, but I could definitely WhatsApp it to you later on.
Yeah,
But we get them new. If we know it's a deal that we're going to have for at least a year, hopefully longer, then we go and get the new stuff.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
We
fair
pay a
enough.
monthly for it anyway. It's not like an upfront cost.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
that's
That's better.
put
I
it
didn't know
onto a
that.
finance. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so I suppose then, yeah, the only real question is, were we getting
Hmm.
uh, our costs in and around the right area?
Hmm.
And then also, I suppose, is 550 in your eyes realistic for the area as well?
Yeah. Well, I think from your furniture cost, is that 2790 total? Is that
Yeah,
right? I
yeah,
think that's pretty good going. We aim to try and get everything for under a 3 grand. So I think if you do everything for under 3 grand, you've done well.
okay,
If it's a 5 bed, then that's pretty spot on. You've done well there. And the other numbers, 550 a room. I mean, we're getting 550 in Merthyr, so I don't see why you wouldn't get that in Swansea.
Yeah.
If you've done it up nice, I think it's very achievable. And remember, with the not charging a deposit thing, you can probably get a pinch more than most other people.
okay,
Someone else is going to charge you, if they're charging 550 times two, then it's 1100, isn't it? Whereas if you're only charging 500 and they can move straight in, then
yeah,
you could maybe even get a little bit more. But I think it's good to be reserved and say 550 would be pretty fair to start with.
Yeah.
Uh,
okay, that's cool. Um, okay, then I think in that case, then we're probably
Happy with the
happy
numbers.
happy enough with the numbers. I
yeah,
suppose it's just then by the deal, because we were
yeah,
playing around with this then, and we were like, okay, at the moment, if we got this place for 1250, it works really well.
yeah,
But if he did want 1600 for it, and we were still trying to keep to that
yeah,
that £550 mark, like it's
yeah.
just
No, it's not. It's too much to pay.
yeah,
I would feel more comfortable at least seeing 600, 650 profit at least. Um,
Okay.
I like for there to be like a room and a half in an ideal world of profit rather than just the one room, especially with a 5 bed that like rather than it
yeah,
just being 550, it'd be good for there to be like a little bit more meat on the bone, like 700, 750 would be ideal. So maybe the closest or the most you could pay somewhere in between what they want and where you're at the moment. Maybe you could.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
had
Yeah. So
So
like
to.
it
1400 thing.
gives a bit of
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
£100 more, but any more than that, and you're kind of pushing it to a point where it's like not really worth doing.
yeah, no, that makes sense. Because I suppose that's it. If you lose a room or don't fill it, then
Yeah, it's just nice to
all of a
know
At
sudden
that.
least you're breaking even.
Yeah, every now and again there will be an empty room. It's just nice to know that okay, for that week or so or 10 days, you're still not losing money.
Yeah.
Even if you're nicking a couple £100, then that's even better in that little
Yeah.
period of a week or so, and then you get it filled again, and then it's happy days again from there.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was looking at a few of like the postings, and this
Mhm.
may be obvious, and Leon has answered it before, so he'll be like, "Why are you asking?" But
Go on.
for the rooms, you don't provide like any of the bed sheets or towels or anything. Is that something that people provide themselves, or do you do that?
It's interesting. Like so for the last one that we did provide all of that, but then a lot of the guys brought their own, so it was like okay, that was kind of a waste of our money. But
Yeah.
it's nice to do it like that to at least market it so that it gives that feel of like you can just walk straight in and put your bags down and move in and have everything sorted.
Yeah.
Different ones. One of my houses we've just done. We've bought all the beds and stuff, but we haven't bothered with any of the bedding. And we're getting loads of inquiries from people who are saying they're going to bring their own anyway. So it's one of those ones for marketing. It looks better. Is it a deal breaker? I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily that important.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh,
to
we've
get
just.
people in the door, it's good.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just thinking. When you say bedding, like I think of sheets and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
we'd need to get the duvets and pillows and stuff.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
depending on that.
No, we get all of that. As well on our list that we've put in there. It should be on there on the furniture list. If it isn't, then that's something we definitely need to add. But we have done for years, buy all the bits and bobs like the bedding, the duvet, the pillows, the pillowcases, all of it.
Yeah.
But some people still prefer to bring their own, so it's one of those funny ones really where it's not a deal breaker, but probably for your first one, I'd still advise you to do it just to
Yeah,
make sure
Yeah.
you get as much leads as possible.
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay. Um.
Yeah. So this is
Green
Port
Gate.
Talbot. Yeah, Green Gate. Um.
Nice.
So obviously you need to go and view it, but
Hmm.
from what it looks like, the rooms all look quite closed off. Like that looks like
Yeah,
a front room, which
yeah,
looks like it's closed off from the rest of and
yeah,
then this is the top floor. So it could
yeah,
be a case where you would get more, and also like completely fresh and clean.
yeah. Wouldn't have to do too
Obviously,
much.
you need to burn it. Yeah, yeah.
Decent size
Um,
them. Yeah.
and then yeah, like you can kind of see that room looks like it's its own room.
Hmm.
That's probably a bathroom, I'd imagine. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that was one that we were looking at as well, and that's up for 850, 3 bedroom house.
That could be really good.
Yeah, I think Port Talbot, it's not really looked at the moment. Like
No, it's slept on.
there's yeah. How do I stop it?
You click the stop share.
Oh, oh. Yeah, but there's a hospital, like a big hospital right there, and there's only like a small amount of space. I'd say that we've seen maybe 2 Port Talbot properties, and they're all in walking distance of the hospital.
Yeah.
Which is like, why is no? And there's people who are looking at that area, and I think there's only like 3 rooms
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
share or
It,
whatever.
it seems like the end of the earth for some reason, like Port Talbot, but I feel like there's
Yeah.
demand for we've had messages from people asking if you've got anything around there. So it's definitely like on the up.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So I think that could be another really good little pocket for you as well,
Yeah.
Swansea.
Okay.
We also got the HMO register from the council, but it just didn't have any of the
It was like
like people's names. It
it was like a limited one.
was like a very
They
generic.
gave you the dummy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have
So
to
we've
email them back and push back and say, "Can I have the full one, please?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have done so.
we're just waiting for that one to come through. But
Yeah.
That's all right. Typical council. They'll give it to you.
it is funny though. there's obviously like I think there's a university in Swansea,
Yeah.
and in that area, like it's almost every single house.
There's certain roads that you
on
go. It's
certain
like
roads.
1, 2, 3, 5.
All HMOs.
All
Yeah.
HMOs, yeah, literally.
I mean, yeah, I mean, still, still opportunity for you to get in there because they're not all going to be filled,
No,
Some
absolutely.
Yeah,
people,
definitely.
some landlords miss the student cycle. Many of them aren't putting money back into the houses like the one you just see on Peter Allen, and then wondering why
Yeah,
they've got it empty for 11 months out of the
Yeah.
year. So if you can come in and provide the same sort of service, a guaranteed income, then they're going to bite your hand off.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just waiting for that
Cool.
register to come through, but that'll be amazing, because we kind of were like searching, and then when we saw that, we were like, oh my god, there's so many, like
Yeah.
there's a ridiculous amount in Swansea.
Like thousands?
Yeah, it was like 7 pages or something. It was
Okay. Well, more opportunity then.
I think it was more than 7 pages.
Oh, really?
But yeah, here we go. 21 pages.
Oh,
Right.
well, okay, yeah, 21 pages.
So you might have
I
to
don't
break
know.
the campaign down into bits then. Don't want to do the whole list straight away. That might be quite expensive, but maybe just do
Yeah.
500 at a time or something.
But no, really funny. Like there's this Alexandra Terrace, which is right in the middle of a popular HMO area. And there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 10, 16, 19, 20. It just keeps going.
It's almost every second.
It goes all the way down to 70.
Yeah, interesting. That must be why they got Article 4 in Swansea yet. I don't know if they do, but I mean, if they haven't,
I'm not sure if it's Article 4. It probably is, but so they've got 4 areas in Swansea where it's mandatory to have the HMO license for, and 3 or more people from 2 or more households.
Okay, cool.
But it's only those 4 areas. So we actually found a property on Facebook Marketplace that we were like, oh, that could potentially work. But when
we inquired,
and the person said they'd be interested, and then I looked at the address and I realized
it was inside the no-go zone.
Yeah, but she didn't seem to believe that it was inside an area.
Okay.
So I don't really know.
But it might just be that she didn't know, or
if it was an SA, then it wouldn't even fall under HMO regulations. If they were people that were staying for a month at a time, barely even on a contract, for example, then it's not an HMO anyway. So I don't know. Obviously, we want to play by the rules, but when the landlords are really open to it, I don't know. It's maybe still something you could explore.
Okay.
Because she was quite receptive.
She was, and she was quite responsive as well. I almost feel bad that we sort of just left it where.
Well, we could go back and even view it. I think maybe just prioritize viewings before the conversation gets too far. Maybe we need to kind of have a rejig, because we're almost getting ahead of ourselves doing all of these numbers and stuff to see if it's worth viewing. But like you said about that Mercer house, like you wouldn't have known that it had that extra room. So
exactly, it was more the fact he was open to it. The house was in good condition. I kind of just trusted my instinct and felt like I'm going to make this work. It does get to that stage as well, where you get a lot of no's, and then when someone's like pretty much saying yes, sometimes you just got to go and make it work.
Yeah. And for a house that you wouldn't get to have the extra room in, how would you make it work with the numbers? Is it just
find a way to just push your rent value up?
Or like, is it a juggling of like getting the rent to a certain amount, but also getting your rent to the landlord down to
it is a juggling act of that, but also it's listing it at like a dummy ad on booking.com as well, just to see like if you get any bookings and seeing if you could do it as an SA as well, because we knew that Merthyr's really good for SA because of like Brecon Beacons and different things. So that was kind of our backup plan as well. Like we knew we could probably get sort of 140 a night for it and get 20 nights booked. So that was kind of like one of our plans as well. But it was also going to be, rather than getting 550 a room, maybe we would have done a little bit more in the rooms, put, I don't know, a Netflix and a TV in each room or something, just to spruce it up a little bit more and try and get like 700 or 650, 75. And then try and get him down a little bit to maybe 750, 700 rather than the 800. That was the kind of game we were playing. But we ended up going with the 800 price point. He wasn't moving on that. And our plan was to go full steam ahead with Airbnb. Really, that was the initial plan. But then when I saw the extra bedroom was in there, it was just a no-brainer, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I think especially for our first one, I'm sort of leaning away from service accommodation because it seems a little
Volatile.
less consistent.
Yeah.
Seems a bit more volatile, less consistent. So
Yeah.
I'm sort of thinking, just for having a good cash flow base, find an HMO that we can get people in.
Yeah.
And then when we've got a little bit of fat that we can sort of take a bit more of a risk with it.
Yeah.
Have a look at SA then.
Yeah, I think that's wise. For your first one, I'd rather it be able to be rented by the room and as an SA rather than just being an SA, you know.
Yeah. Just for some clarity, I appreciate we've gone over again, Luke.
That's all right. That's all right. No worries.
Sorry,
I've just told 5 minutes, so it's fine.
No worries. Okay. Thank you. I think we sort of mentioned it on the messages.
Yeah.
But just for a bit of clarity, like we want to be able to move back to Dublin at some point.
That's the plan.
So, like our target to be able to do that properly is $5,000 a month. So we want to get there as quickly as we can and put all of our time into doing that.
Yeah.
Once we get to that point, it was just the case of how much time do we need to spend in the area to manage properties. I will probably still want to come back and add to it and build that 5K up.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be more of a case of, for a realistic, if we didn't add any new properties to the portfolio, how much time do we need to spend in the area?
Yeah, that's a great question. Not much if you employ someone is the answer, the short answer, basically.
Okay.
You're going to probably pay someone 500 to £1,000 a month, depending on how much the tasks they're doing. And that should be to take care of everything lettings wise. So liaising with tenants, spare room, responding to spare room tenants, doing all the admin for contracts, staying on top of the maintenance, things like that. And then you're going to pay a maintenance person every now and again to do bits and bobs, but it shouldn't be that often. So yeah, if you're going to pay someone to do most of the letting side, then you don't need to really be there at all. My lettings manager is basically my missus. She lives with me, so she's in with me in London, and the whole portfolio is in Wales. And we've just got a few people on WhatsApp that we use and call upon to help us with that sort of stuff.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, you don't need to spend much time. Once you get to £5,000 a month, you won't really need to be in Wales at all, really. But you will need a couple people, boots on the ground, just to do the bits and bobs for you and call on them if you need them, you know.
Yeah, people we can trust.
Totally, yeah. That's really clear, because that was like a big question mark.
We were worried about that.
Yeah. Okay, deadly. I appreciate you've got a call to go to.
That's all right. If anything else, just WhatsApp me.
Okay, deadly. We will.
Keep up the good work. I think you're doing really well.
Okay, cheers. We'll let you know. Hopefully, we'll get some viewings booked in from that. Prioritize booking in viewings.
Yeah, I think my goal for this week is I want to somehow get 5 viewings this week.
That's a good goal. And I think getting in front of agents, you two as yourselves, being yourselves, I think that'll do you the world of good, and I think it'll really build a lot of trust quite quickly. So I think that should be going on viewing should be a goal of yours for sure.
Awesome.
Deadly. Okay.
Yeah, and keep me updated.
Cheers.
Bro.
Okay. Thanks so much, Luke.
No
Cheers,
worries,
Luke.
Speak to you soon.
Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Bye.